Hi Flosstube, Bird Stitcher here. My name is Betsy Kleger and this is an introduction to my Flosstube channel. I created a channel on YouTube just for my Flosstube and I call it Bird Stitcher. You can find me on Instagram as Betsy Kleger, Ravelry as Betsy K, and YouTube as Bird Stitcher. This is a piece that I stitched in 1997. Know a needleworker tag and just go through the questions on the tag. Where do I live? I live in Arvada, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver. I've lived here since 1994, originally from New Jersey by way of Maryland and Washington, D.C., but in 1994 moved out to Colorado. And at some point in the future, I will tell the story of how my husband, my then 3.5-year-old son, and I moved to Colorado. It's a very kind of funny story. What kind of work do I do? I'm a litigation attorney for a large automobile insurance company. Do I have kids? My husband and I have one child, Max, who is now 27, so he's not a child, and our lovely daughter-in-law, Ashley Kleger. They got married July 22nd, 2017, so they will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary shortly, and they're just adorable. I love them both. Pets, for the first time in almost 30 years, we do not have any pets. We do have a grand dog. Max and Ashley have Lucy. She gets all the loving from her parents, her other grandparents, and my husband and I. My husband's name is Scott. And we love Lucy. Our cat passed away about 6 weeks ago, and we just haven't gotten another animal. Before that, we've had dogs. I've always been a dog person. Then I was a cat person when I had the cat. Right now we're taking a break. It sounds kind of weird, but it's nice not to have anything to take care of. I'm sure we'll get another animal at some point, but for now we are pet free. Hobbies besides stitching. I am a huge knitter. I started knitting 28 years ago, and I'm an obsessive knitter, and I'm sure that this channel will also showcase some of my knitting projects. I'm not knitting currently because I've had an issue with my thumb, which is how I got back into cross stitching, but I will definitely be back into knitting as soon as my thumb starts feeling better. I also like to read, and Audible is my best friend because I can read while I'm knitting or cross stitching, and I love it. I also like birds. That's why the name of my channel is Bird Stitcher, because I like to stitch birds. My favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz. Clearly the most timeless, uplifting, fun movie that I just love it, and I can watch it over and over again and never get tired of it. Favorite TV show? Hands down, Seinfeld. Every single day, some situation that I'm in or my husband's in or at work, a Seinfeld reference is relevant. It's just iconic. Our son was a baby when Seinfeld came on, so we were home a lot and we just got hooked on it. And then when the reruns came out, our son was a teenager, and so now he's hooked on it too, and we just love it. Favorite book? I cheated. I have two. The first one is Don Quixote. It's a big one, but I just love the story of Don Quixote. The second favorite book is Anna Karenina. That probably I put on my list because I've read it several times, actually 2 or 3 times, I think, over the course of my adult years, or teenage. I think the first time I read it I was a teenager, and it just really stuck with me. I just loved reading it, and I loved rereading it. So, favorite music. I don't have favorite music. I love anything. I like rap. I like rock. I like jazz. I like Broadway musicals. I love it all. I'm probably not a huge fan of modern country music, but that's not to say I don't like it. I just don't really listen to it. I'm sure that I would enjoy some of it if I was exposed to it. One word to describe me. The one word I think best describes me is silly. I'm just a silly person. I like to see the humor in anything, and I like to be silly. My son jokes that I stopped maturing when I was 13, and I have the sense of humor of a 13 adolescent boy. So that may come out in my channel. It may not. I don't know. But certainly at work, I can't be silly because the other thing is I'm the boss. I'm the managing attorney of the office. So I have to be a little more reserved. So maybe that's how I express myself in my off hours. I like to have fun. I like to be silly. I like to see the lightness in things. It's just my personality. So that's it for the Know Your Needleworker. That cut off abruptly due to my magical editing skills. This video was really going to be interesting, but I just wanted to get it up on YouTube. So there you have it. I'm going to end right now, and I'm going to try and put in some pictures of my works in progress, my plans for future stitching, and next time I hope that I can figure out how to work the editing software, program, app, whatever you call it. So thanks for sticking with me. I look forward to seeing you all again. Bye.